What is up, car addicts? Welcome back to the series where I customize and review past DLC and OG vehicles never got the chance to because I didn't start making car customization videos till about late 2015. Again guys, let me know in the comments what car from late 2015 and older you want to see me customize next, and I'll display the most liked vehicle suggestion comment in the next customization video. So in today's video, we're going to be customizing the Pfister 811. Now I did customize this car in the past, but that was an old customization video with no commentary, so a lot of you guys wanted me to re-customize it in this video. So this car came out with the Further Adventures in Finance and Felony update in June of 2016. This car can be purchased from Legendary Motorsport website for about $1.1 million, which is pretty expensive, but not too bad when you compare it to some of the other cars like the T20 and the Osiris that are almost double the price. Now, this car currently has the highest top speed in the supercar class on a highway surface. It is a very, very quick car in a straight line. Its biggest downfall, however, is its handling. It basically handles like a muscle car. It just lacks so much traction and downforce that it's almost unnatural. I personally call this the muscle car of the supercars class because it's literally only good for going in a straight line. Again, that's the biggest issue with the 811. It's more of a car you use more for long highway trips and stuff like that. But anyways, in terms of what the 811 is based on, it's primarily based on the Porsche 918. Just an absolutely gorgeous car in real life. Now the one in GTA, the model is okay. I just wish they would have done a bit better with it if I'm being honest. But anyways, let's go ahead and check out the customization of the 811. Alright, 811. We got armor, brakes, bumpers. Okay, so stock front bumper is carbon trim. The second option, it's like all of that painted. Okay. Here you have a completely different bumper called Euro Mesh. You have Euro Vertical, Horizontal, and then a drift bumper. Yikes. To me, all these custom bumpers are awful. Every time I see a custom one, I just cringe. I just don't like it that much. I feel like the stock bumper looks the best and looks the most similar to the 918. The other ones just don't look right to me on this car. They just look weird. Honestly, I think I'm going to keep the carbon trim because I think there's a carbon side skirt option for this car if I remember correctly. So it won't match if I do, painted for here and then a side skirt that's, different color. So we'll leave that there. Rear bumper, carbon. Oh look, that's another reason. If you don't do a carbon, if you do carbon back here, it won't match your carbon up front. So okay, so carbon rear bumper, and this is pretty similar to like the Wysock package 918. The rear kind of diffuser that package includes, not exact, but it's kind of like an homage to that. Very kind of similar in design. Okay, install that. Okay, engine, exhaust. So you have the stock exhaust coming out of the top of there. Double exhaust, which just paints that panel. Okay, so it's stock carbon, and then this option paints the panel. Okay. Dual shotgun, so it removes the exhaust. It leaves the holes there. That's nice. And then it gives you quad exhaust down here. Not the best. And then you have the painted version of that. Yikes. So to me, the only two options is either this or painted. I like the separation of the carbon, and I kind of want to keep that carbon theme going, so we'll leave that the way it is. Lights, throw some xenons. License plate, I have a Porsche plate for this. Install that. Give it a black background. Perfect. Respray. So for this, we're going to do a metallic, let's see here. Gonna do a metallic dark steel with an ice white, or is that black steel? Black steel, sorry, metallic black steel with an ice white pearl. Nice dark gray. I mean, the pearl really brings it to life. I just love the way that looks. A secondary color for this thing is the roof area, and I think the interior stitching, or is that tied to the interior stitching is tied to the primary color on this car? Okay. Yeah, okay. I guess we'll just match it with a gray, with a black steel there. There is a roof option for this, which will give it some contrast, so we'll get to that in a second. Chrome emblem for this car goes on the side of the door. Roof. Oh, speaking of the roof option, so you have a no roof option, very cool. Of course, like the Rio 918, the roof comes off. Or you can do the carbon roof, which I love the separation. The carbon roof looks really cool on this car, so we're gonna do that. Side skirts. So here you have the carbon side skirts to match our front splitter, diffuser, and all that. Then you have the street skirt painted, so we're gonna do the carbon. Rear spoiler. So the center section of a spoiler currently is carbon stock, and then to get the traction benefit, you have to paint the spoiler, because, you know, paint adds weight and it gives you more traction. It makes sense. No, I'm just kidding. Rockstar loves doing stuff like this, you know, where any spoiler upgrade adds traction. Sometimes it's a spare tire, sometimes it's the most random thing, but in this case, it's painting the stock spoiler. I guess we'll install it, and honestly, it doesn't look too bad, because it kind of makes it look, you know, without that separation, it looks pretty good. So, alright, we'll do that. Suspension, we definitely have to lower this. Let's see, and boom. And it's honestly still not low enough, even with the lowest suspension. Transmission, turbo, wheels. Okay, so by far, to me, the nicest looking wheels on this car, well, for this car, is the Hyper Fresh. I love these. If you've ever seen the Wysock package wheels for 918, they have kind of a similar design, just a bit more spokes, and they have the same kind of center locking for the wheel, which I love, and I feel like it suits this car so well. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna paint them black, and look at that complete transformation. And I think it works well. You got the black matching the carbon bits in the roof. It just looks really cool. Windows, I guess we'll black it out, or that's a bit much. We'll do this one, I guess. Okay, everything's done. Exit to ground. Let's see how she drives. Well, I know how she drives because I've taken it off from time to time, and it drives like a broken muscle car. But alright, rev it. Sounds pretty good. First person. Got the interior from the Comet, copied and pasted in here. Not a bad thing, decent interior. Okay, floor it, all-wheel drive. Wow, man, the acceleration on this thing, you can't deny it. The straight line speed is amazing. I mean, it is so fast, it's ridiculous. It really is. But it can't take a corner for its life. It just is really bad. Take this corner here, and I mean, it understeers, it oversteers, it like floats. It's so weird of a driving experience. I mean, and like I said multiple times in the video, the best thing to compare it to is a muscle car. That's basically what it drives like one of the muscle cars in GTA. That's the best thing you could compare it to. It's just a very weird driving experience, and that's kind of funny because the 918 is literally the complete opposite of this car. The 918 in real life has phenomenal handling, crazy acceleration, but this one has the complete opposite. It's very strange. I mean, it's still got the good acceleration, but the handling just isn't there. As a matter of fact, let's do a handbrake launch on this. Let's see. Oh, what a wheel spin. There you go. It's not bad at all. Very quick. Okay, Escalade, thanks for cutting me off. Alright, let's pull into the parking lot here and see if everything opens up with my scratched bumper. Actually, you know what? I don't... Does the back end of... I think the back end of this thing opens up. Oh yeah, it has a cutout right there. You can see it. It should. Okay, vehicle doors, all... And... Nice. See this? Ooh, yeah, the texture quality. This area is pretty bad, but it does have the carbon in here, which is nice. Not bad. I mean, it's got a giant cover on the engine, but... Oh, yikes. Yeah, no, they should have done the inside of this carbon. This, yikes, texture quality. I mean, it's a 2016 car. I mean, you really can't expect much. Yeah, I mean, even 2016, I think they started doing decent back then. They were doing a little bit better. This is a bit disappointing, Rockstar. I think you could have done better for 2016 with this car. Door sill, it says Pfister, the logo there. That's pretty cool. Interior, not too bad. Has a gated manual in there for some reason. Overall, you know, for the money, you know, it's kind of like the straight line car you buy from the supercars class. I think, like, for that reason, it's not a bad car to have. 1.1 million with upgrades, you're like 1.4 ish. It's not a bad car for the money when you compare all the other cars in GTA, the crazy prices that they're at. I don't think this is a bad one, especially for its crazy speed. Now, some people try to justify this car and say that it does have a purpose in the supercars class. I personally disagree. The Devest 8 is only like 1 mile an hour slower or something like that. And that one has, you know, you can't even compare the handling between this and that. The handling of the Devest 8, it makes the Devest 8 look like the ultimate track weapon in comparison to this thing. Even though the Devest 8's handling isn't all that great. It's decent, but not amazing. But the Devest 8 just destroys this car on almost any top speed track, and the reason is because that small top speed difference, the Devest 8 makes up for it in the handling when there's any slight corner. So yeah, still a great car. It's great to have in your garage. I would probably get it on discount if you can. This car for under $1 million is definitely a very good deal, but about 1.1, you know, it's getting a bit up there. Anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed. Remember to let me know down below in the comments what car from late 2015 and older you want to see me customize next. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.